Bandit family, we back at it like a crack at it, about to get the doggos right. If you're fucking with the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, send it to your mammy. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're gonna see if we have some luck today with Dream and Apollo. Probably gonna try to walk them out of that area and just walk them around. See if that'll help. What's up, boy? Ooh. What's up, boy? So today I'm gonna be talking about the South African Boerboel and the Presa Canario. Bubba, come. Come. So Bubba is a Presa Canario and South African Boerboel mix, and in my opinion they're the best two guard dogs out there. I would say the Boerboel is 1A and then the Presa is 1B, and I will only give it to the Boerboel over the Presa Canario because they get bigger than Presas. That would be the only reason why, because pretty much anything a Presa Canario can do, a Boerboel can do. What's up, boy? So a lot of people don't know that Boerboels originate from South Africa, and they were bred to fight off lions and to keep out baboons and shit out of villages. So they're a guard dog, and they can also be used, so they're also a working dog. You gotta have some type of purpose, some type of job for them to do. And Bella is also a Presa Canario South African Boerboel mix. She got a little bit of pit in her too though. But South African Boerboels get a little bit bigger than your average size Presas. So a Boerboel can get to damn near, they can get over 200 pounds, but they don't come in as many colorways as Presas do. So majority of the Boerboels come in browns, honestly. And then if you talk to somebody from South Africa, they'll tell you that they didn't breed Boerboels to be black. So a lot of Boerboels that you see that are black, they're born in the States. They don't recognize that as a color over there, a black Boerboel. You may see some, but not a lot. Bubba, come here. And then as far as Presa Canarios, they come in they have more colorways than the Boerboel does. Presa Canarios come in brindle, black, fawn, tan. Well, fawn and tan is kind of the same thing, but they come in a lot of different colors. And then with both of these breeds though, they're definitely breeds that you have to socialize early. They're too big of a breed to not be okay with people, to not be okay with having them around people. Bubba, come. And you want to start them out socializing them early. The earlier you start socializing your dogs, the better off they'll be. Bubba, come. So the Presa Canario and the South African Boerboel are both dogs that you have to socialize early. Get them around people, get them around dogs early on. That way that they know that not everybody is a threat. They can differentiate between the two. And I would say that they are dogs that you can have around kids, but you just have to be the type of owner that knows how to have your dog in check. I would say a lot of things that go wrong with dogs is based upon the owner. So when it comes to Presa Canarios and Boerboels, I would say 99% of dog owners shouldn't get a Presa Canario or a Boerboel. It's just too much dog for your average dog owner, if I'm being honest. Like, these dogs are capable of killing people easily. So Bubba is bigger than your average person. So he's easily capable of killing somebody. And I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration when they get a Presa Canario or they get a Boerboel. These dogs are really dangerous. And when I start selling pups, that's also something that I'm gonna be looking into when it comes to people that I'm selling my pups to. Have they owned dogs before? Do they have any experience with dogs? And if they have, what type of dogs have they had? Because I know that these dogs are a lot for, like I said, 99% of people. It's too much dog for them. Sit. But I will say that they're very intelligent dogs. Bubba's probably my best trained dog. He listens to nah, you good, you good. You good, bro. Bubba is by far my best trained dog. And that's just because he's very intelligent and he listens very well. But when it comes to Presa Canarios and Boerboels, they're both very stubborn dogs. Very, very stubborn dogs. Like, for instance, there are a lot of times when you tell Bubba to sit, and he'll sit, but he'll just take his time while he do it. So they're very stubborn. And they're also very confident dogs. There's not a situation that I ever had Bubba in where he lacked confidence. Go. He's a very confident dog. Very sure of himself. So that's something that you get when you get a Presa Canario or a Boerboel, a very confident dog. And I would say that they're both very healthy dogs. The only issues that you really have to worry about when it comes to Presa Canarios or Boerboels is hip and joint issues, but that comes with every big dog, so it's not just a Presa Canario or a Boerboel issue. That's with any big dog, any Mastiff breed. Wait, go. So that's something that you have to take into consideration. But you can also do things to help that. Give them different supplements for their joints, like Nupro. That'll help. So there's different ways to go about that. Other than that, they're pretty healthy dogs. And they're naturally born guard dogs. So you don't have to teach them to guard. They're naturally bred to do that. So they're automatically going to do that. But I would say if you get one of them, you do have to put them in some type of training, some type of obedience training. It's too big of a dog not to be trained. Or at least have basic training. Go. And another thing, they're very wary of strangers. But that's just because that's just the type of dog that they are. What's up, girl? Wait. Speak. Go. But I think that they're the perfect guard dog. Like I said, 1A and 1B. So the Presa Canario comes from the Canary Islands in Spain. It's a working dog, a working lineup dog. I want to say that they use the Presas to fight off wild dogs. And they're also catch dogs too. So they're the type of dog that you take with you to go hog hunting and they'll go catch the hog. Well, so they're not the hound. The hound will smell out and find where the hogs are in the area. And then the catch dogs, which are the Presa Canarios, is what you send in to go bite the hog for them to hold it, for you to come either shoot it or stab it. So that was the purpose of Presa Canarios, to be catch dogs. So if you want a hunting dog, you can use Presa Canarios to hunt with. Not necessarily hunt, but if you train them to hunt, whatever you train them for, honestly, if you find a Presa Canario that you train to do that with, then you can do that. But they're catch dogs, they're natural catch dogs. What's up, boy? So if you're looking for some type of guard dog, I would say that you should look into South African Boerboels and Presa Canarios. But you should do your research before getting one. Because like I said, they aren't for 99% of dog owners. There are a lot of dog. All right, I'm gonna take Dream and Apollo, take them for a walk. Come. Come here. Follow. Sit down. Hey, sit down. Hey. Go. Hey. Sit down. Go. Come on. Come on. Hey, come on. And like I said, the South African Boerboels get a little bit bigger than the Presa Canarios. So the Boerboels get to about anywhere from 150 to 200 pounds. And they live anywhere from 9 to 11 years. So they live for a fairly long time, especially if you feed them the right diet. You can add on years to your dog's life. Their diet, exercise, the healthier your dog, the longer that they'll live. Come on. And a lot of people don't know that they come in 4 different varieties. So you have the Mastiff type. That's the real large, bulky one. And then you have the Hound, the Terrier, and then the Bulldog. So you have 4 different varieties of Boerboels. So the Hound Boerboel isn't as big as the Mastiff Boerboel is. So they have a lighter build. They use those for the hunting. The Mastiff Boerboel is the one that's the most popular one that you see majority of the time. Ones with the thick ass bones. That's because a lot of people don't know that the Boerboel has English Mastiff in them. Y'all, come on. Hey, this way. And like I said, people originally bred them to keep out lions, jackals, hyenas, boons, and shit out of their villages. So if they were keeping shit like that out of villages, just imagine what they'll do to people if they don't have the proper training. Y'all, come on. Come on. So if you have farmland, it would be a good idea for you to get a Boerboel, because they are dogs that do require a lot of exercise. I wouldn't say running necessarily, but they do like to walk property lines, walk your fence lines, stretch their legs out. They're gonna be big dogs, so it's definitely not a dog that I recommend for somebody who lives in apartments. And I would say that the Presa Canario has more of a prey drive than the Boerboel does, just because the simple fact of they're catch dogs, so they're gonna have that prey drive. Come on. I would say that I like the coloring of the Presa Canarios though, just because they come in more colorways. That's something that I do like about the Presas rather than the Boerboels. And then something that you also have to worry about with both the South African Boerboel and the Presa Canario is that they bloat. So that's something that you have to keep in mind when getting one, that they do bloat a lot, and then sometimes they do have joint issues. So yeah, so that's a little bit about South African Boerboels and Presa Canarios. I'm gonna just keep walking them around and see if we get any luck. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. So if you made it this far to the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, send it to your mammy. Be greatly appreciated. And just like that, we gone.